Thank you very much, Sam. Now, Steven Spielberg is one of the greatest Hollywood directors of all time. He's gifted the world with classics like E.T., Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List. He's made movie magic in blockbusters like Raiders of the Lost Ark, so many, Close Encounters, Jaws, and now he's back with a new big-budget spectacle. It's Ready Player One. And our showbiz editor Nelson Aspen sat down with the legend. Good morning to you, Nelson. Now, what is your favourite Spielberg film?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was such an honor to talk to him. It's impossible not to love Jaws, but I'm a history buff, so I have to go with Schindler's List. That would probably be my favorite from his library. That said, Ready Player One, what makes it so special is it's a return to that sense of adventure and fun that he's known for. Watch.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be.
Welcome to a world of pure imagination. In the year 2045, Earth's struggling population escapes into a virtual reality called the Oasis. It's a place full of pop culture nostalgia from the 80s and 90s, characters like Iron Giant, King Kong, Batman, and many more. I was worried because I'm not a gamer that I would be missing something, but so much of our pop culture. Did you have a favorite injection of pop culture that without too many spoilers?
Without spoiling too much, I think that the character that I bonded with in terms of a iconic representation of the 1980s was the Iron Giant. That was the character I put a lot of my dreams into.
21-year-old actor Ty Sheridan plays the lead alongside Olivia Cooke. He says Ready Player One is a very human tale beneath the virtual surface.
They all have something about them that they're not proud of or they don't feel comfortable with, which justifies why they want to escape to a virtual world, which is, I think, present in all of us, and that's something we all encounter in our everyday lives.
I found love. And now, people have lost their lives. No.
This is war. We're in control of the future.
Aussie actor Ben Mendelsohn is the movie's villain.
Nelson, every time I see, it's like I've spent so much time with you in my living room, so it's kind of like a
in your pajamas.
My motion capture onesie.
I always hear just glowing, lovely things about you, and yet you play these nefarious, rotten guys. What do you suppose is the key to the casting?
I've got some ideas about it, Nelson, but I think, they're probably better, for a later time spot.
So it might be a risk to cast you as a, breakfast TV host. Might be a little risky.
I like to think, actually, I'm going to assume that you're sitting there, Koshi. I like to think that, I could... Yeah, I mean, if I got cast as that, I like to think I would do, I like to think I'd do it with a faithful service.
Yes, with the right skull cap, you could do the David Koch story.
I just have to have the economics understanding, and that might take me a little while to get up to speed on.
Oscar winner Mark Rylance co-stars as the co-creator of The Oasis. Off-screen, he yearns to be technology-free.
I was very taken when I met Dan Day-Lewis that he didn't have any email, just had the phone. And I still have a fantasy of getting to that place of not using the email. But when you travel a lot and when you have dear friends thousands of miles apart, and also friends who you don't see or hear from for a few years, it's a remarkable tool, email, isn't it?
Critics hail Ready Player One as a return to form for Spielberg, a movie full of magic like his earlier classics. The last time we spoke, we talked about Spilkus.
Yes, we did.
And how
I remember that conversation.
It's one of my favorite words,
and
describing it and how it affects your work.
Yeah.
Tell these young people what Spilkus is.
Well, Spilkus is a Yiddish word for nervous stomach. When you're anxious about something, you have Spilkus. And I get Spilkus every day on the set. I get Spilkus I got Spilkus not just the first day of school when I was a kid. I had Spilkus every day I went to school. And it's just that nervous thing that goes away after a while, but it's there. And I found in my working life, in my directing life, that was my fuel. Yeah. That was my jet fuel to get ideas to rescue myself from being nervous about something. You see.
And Spilkus just means you care about it, really.
It means you care too much almost about something.
I had Spilkus before I went in and chatted with Mr. Spielberg. Ready Player One opens in cinemas Thursday. I really enjoyed it. Loved it.
Oh, what a fabulous word. I'm going to use that. Thank you so much, Nelson. And Koshi isn't here today, but I reckon on his behalf I could say Ben Mendelsohn is welcome anytime.
Oh,
what do you reckon, Sam?
Koshi'd have Spilkus that Ben Mendelsohn was dropping his name.
I know.
What a great word. I'm going to use that too. All right.